AUSA will not be seen this evening. The following is a WBAL TV 11 special presentation.
WBAL TV Channel 11, Baltimore, Maryland.
From Television Hill in Baltimore, WBAL TV 11 celebrates 55. Yes, 55 years of Baltimore broadcasting.
PW Doodle.
Memories of programs long ago.
Romper, bumper, stomper, boo.
And news the way we were.
Good evening on a momentous day in the history of this world.
Postcards from personalities past.
Hello, Baltimore. I'm Spencer Christian, formerly of WBAL TV.
And sing along with the oldies.
This is where you belong, my friend.
Then a station tour. Go behind the scenes of TV 11.
How much is our electric bill here every month?
Plus, meet Mr. Russell. Who's Mr. Russell?
That's me.
It's all here. Reminisce and remember as WBAL TV 11 celebrates 55. And now, here are Rod Daniels and Mary Ann Bannister.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 55th anniversary here at
Hold on. Let me in here.
Everyone, we would like you to meet Ed Russell, or excuse me, Mr. Russell.
Well, what do you know? I finally got my face on TV.
Well, Mr. Russell started working behind the scenes at WBAL 51 years ago, and who better to help host our 55th anniversary?
Yep, except for the first 4 years, I've seen it all.
Your first time on the air?
Heck no, but it's my first time as host.
Well, then, Mr. Russell, with all due respect, take it away.
Okay, well, folks, back in the early days, Channel 11 was way different. Jeff Begaze has our story.
Presenting a variety of informal scenes backstage at the studios of Baltimore's #1 television station.
WBAL-TV went on the air March 11th, 1948. This microphone boom is original station equipment. You can see it in use here in this old film right there on the left side of your screen. Today it's at Baltimore's Museum of Industry, part of early television history. Back in those days, people saw mostly test patterns on their TVs. There was only about 4.5 hours of original programming each day. The first actual show came on at 4 in the afternoon, but people didn't get too comfy because the test pattern was back up at 5. Then programming resumed again at 6:30. And here's what Channel 11 had to offer. Monday night, it was Fun with Freedy, a learn-to-draw program. On Tuesdays, Shadow Stumpers. Can you guess what this is? TV for kids on Wednesday evening, Candy Corner. Now remember, all these shows were locally produced and absolutely live. Thursday, must-see TV was Family Album, a song and dance show with Bob Berry featuring World War I music. Then on Friday, Baltimore tuned in for Date to Dance with Jay Grayson. Yes, there were syndicated film programs too. Don Winslow of the Navy was a movie house serial that aired on BAL TV. The NBC network provided shows too. Mr. Television, Milton Berle was a huge hit. Daytime was the next frontier. The 1 o'clock show on TV 11 was a Baltimore institution.
Shelley Steiner's grab bag, in which are all the prizes we'll have for the contestants if they get a correct answer.
There was also Picture Playhouse Movies, hosted by Bob Jones, and then, of course, The Brent Guntz Show.
Sunny and it's milder, that's the word we get from Jay. It is sunny and it's milder, all the clouds have gone away.
Naturally, there were also commercials, and back then, usually the show's host handled those too.
When they say, pass the bread or rolls, what they mean is, pass the Schmitz. Thank you. Thank you, Brent.
That's how WBAL TV 11 started, but we found some classic clips from the late 50s and 60s too. Kids shows used to be very big. Remember Miss Nancy and Romper Room?
And I'll look for you in a magic mirror. So, here I go. Romper, bumper, stomper, boo. Tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me today. Did my friends at home have fun at play?
There was also Officer Happy, and of course, Pete the Pirate.
That's not why you're a dummy. Well, then why am I a dummy? Not why am I a dummy. I mean, why are you calling me a dummy, huh?
PW Doodle was another kid's favorite on TV 11.
the EPW Doodle.
With curly eyes and laughing hair, sing Polly Doodle all the day.
Now, our look back at TV11's Golden Oldies would not be complete without remembering Bowling for Dollars.
Who did you bring down here with you, Nancy?
I brought my neighbors Shreese and Tiffany and my mother and father.
And, of course, Pin Busters, too. One vintage TV11 program that we don't have is the Kirby Scott Show, a very popular 1960s dance program. All we have to show you are these old publicity photos. Still, they jar memories of the early days.
Of one of America's great television stations, WBAL-TV on Channel 11 in Baltimore, Maryland.
So what do you think?
Those were the good old days of TV, and I've got a scrapbook to prove it.
Let's take a look.
That's me right there on the old BAL bowling lane back in the 60s. And there I am working election night in the 70s. Oh yeah, J.R. Ewing, remember him from Dallas? I taught him everything he knows.
No wonder he was so successful. All right, Mr. Russell, after this commercial break, you're going to do a story intro all by yourself. Are you ready?
I better be. I've been waiting 51 years to do this.
Where are they now?
He was best known as P.W. Doodle and the host of Pin Busters. Later in his career, he produced and hosted WBAL's very popular The Later Years. Since retirement, Royal Parker divides his time carrying a badge for the Liquor Control Board and working with his favorite community organizations. And remember Carol Costello?
Hello to my friends in Baltimore and my friends at Channel 11. Hello to you, Rod Daniels. Had a lot of fun co-anchoring with you. I'm at CNN now and having a good time up here in Atlanta, or that would be down here in Atlanta. Anyway, I miss Baltimore, always will, and I have a lot of good friends there still.
That's where they are now.
In a moment, Donna Hamilton takes us behind the scenes of TV 11. But next, do you remember when the news looked like this?
Good evening. On a momentous day in the history of this world,
Tens of thousands of young girls held captive as sexual slaves for almost a decade. Why? You need to hear their story. Next over.
Tomorrow at 4.
It's estimated that over 57,000 Americans will die from colorectal cancer this year. The good news is, when found early, most cases are curable. Learn the facts today.
Request your free colorectal health guide at the WBALchannel.com. Click Health Alert.
Hurry into Mattress Warehouse today for the buy one, get one free sale. That's right. When you buy any advertised mattress set at Mattress Warehouse, you get the second set free. Buy this twin set for $179 and get the second set free. Buy this Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen set for $8.99 and get the second set free. Buy this Serta Perfect Sleeper King set for $11.99 and get the second set free. Bring a friend and split the cost. But hurry, buy one, get one free ends Saturday. Only at the Warehouse. Mattress Warehouse.
And now, the choice is clear, to buy it now or start my bidding. The thing is there, it could be here. Can't live without it. Who am I kidding? Bags, clothes, lamps, this PDA. I click buy it now and it's on its way. Through auctions or without delay. You can do it eBay.
When you can hear your wedding song 8 different ways. When you can see sunny skies ahead. When you can pick tulips over roses and chicken instead of beef. When you can get a reminder of why you're marrying him. When you can do all this with a calling plan starting at $19.99 a month. That's M-Life from AT&T Wireless. Right now, get a free Motorola 120T phone after $50 mail-in rebate. Hurry in or call 1-888-MY-M-Life today.
Building the world's best-selling trucks, the Ford F-Series, is all in the details. And it appears Chevy forgot a few on Silverado. Details like more torque, payload capacity, and horsepower. And, oh yeah, one more little detail that's not so little. $2,500 cash back or 0% financing. 0% saves you up to $110 a month. That's up to $3,900 in total savings. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Children with severe illnesses and life-threatening conditions receive state-of-the-art, round-the-clock care in our pediatric intensive care unit. I'm Dr. Alice Ackerman.
Watch Caring for Kids on WBAL TV 11 News to learn from the experts at the University of Maryland Hospital for Children.
You enjoy TV 11 tonight.
You'll enjoy
TV 11 tonight. Enjoy, oh boy, enjoy.
Oh boy, enjoy, oh boy. You'll enjoy
TV 11 tonight.
Get to know us. We're Baltimore 11. Get to know us. We're Baltimore 11. We're Baltimore 11. Get to know us.
And now your host, Ed Russell.
Welcome back. You know, I always wanted to say that. Anyway, a moment ago you saw some of the old shows we used to do here, but we didn't show you any news. Now that's really changed. Here's Jeff Begay's.
Back in the early days, news on Channel 11 looked like this, a modest set with, of course, the obligatory teletype machine. There was film, too, presented like the old March of Time movie house newsreels.
It's the Daily Telenews, presenting worldwide coverage of the news in pictorial form.
Through the 50s and early 60s, this was pretty much how news was done. Check out this 1960 weather update.
Going to be hot today with a high in the low 90s and a low tonight in the high 60s. Partly cloudy is the outlook for tomorrow and not quite as warm.
Anyway, that was the beginning.
That story after this message about Mash's ham.
But in the late 60s, things started to change.
It's 11 p.m. and time for The Reporters and the News. Everything that is humanly interesting about your world at this moment. As reported by Hertzgard, Herndon, Bagley, and One Man's Opinion.
Color had come to television. And the news was styling. Blue backgrounds were the in thing then.
Good evening. On a momentous day in the history of this world.
The Huntley-Brinkley report on NBC had the blue look, too. This clip is from their last broadcast in 1970.
And so, for the last time, good luck and good night, Chet.
Good luck, David, and good night for NBC News.
The next day, NBC Nightly News was born. Back in Baltimore, TV 11 News was our new name. Yes, things were modern and sophisticated. Well, mostly.
What can we expect tomorrow? A repeat of today, maybe?
Well, not quite, because considerable cloudiness will be increasing tomorrow into Saturday with a chance of rain beginning tomorrow night in western Maryland and over the rest of the state Saturday.
In the 70s, big lapels and blow-dried hair were in, and so was a new name.
From Channel 11, Maryland's leading news station, this is Action News.
Good evening, I'm Don Harrison.
In this period, the art of the TV news set really came into its own. Technology was changing too. Film was giving way to what we call the action cam.
The action cam will be there with on-the-spot coverage, immediate, on-location coverage, the kind you've come to expect from Action News.
Now remember, in those days, this was big stuff. Back at the station, well, things were pretty high-tech there, too. It was the 1980s, and TV news production had arrived in a big way. And we did a lot of singing about it back then.
Look for us, we'll be there. Action News is everywhere.
Hello, Baltimore. Hello, Baltimore. Channel 11 loves you.
Of course, along the way, we continued to update our sets, and the staff evolved too. In the early 80s, Action News became News 11. And then in the early 90s, News 11 became 11 News. And today, well, you know our look, and everyone knows what we strive for.
Live, local, late breaking.
Now, Mr. Russell, I understand a long time ago in the early days of news, you had a very key role in making sure our broadcast got on the air every night because we didn't have satellites to gather our news. We had to do it by film, and it came in from New York.
Right. And I would go down to the train station every night and pick up the film and bring it back to the station for the evening news. And it was all black and white in those days.
Where are they now?
Hi,
I'm Sue Simmons, and I was at WBAL from 1974 to 76, and when BAL was just a baby. It's 55 years later, huh? Not from when I worked there, but from when it started. We had a lot of fun. It's the hardest I've ever played. It's the hardest I've ever worked, and I learned the most at WBL. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. It was, I would say, my Camelot.
Hello, Baltimore. I'm Spencer Christian, formerly of WBAL TV from 1975 to 1977. Can you remember that far back? I'm in San Francisco now, the weatherman at KGO TV, but a big piece of my heart still belongs to Baltimore. Happy 55th anniversary, WBAL.
That's where they are now.
Coming up next, we'll turn the camera on ourselves as Donna Hamilton takes us backstage of TV 11.
So basically, you get paid to watch TV here, is what I'm seeing.
Days off, adventure on. Chevy can make every spring moment count and make your money count with at least $2,000 cash back on every 2003 Chevy SUV. Plus, GM owners get $1,000 GM loyalty cash for a total of $3,000 cash back. It's the perfect time to make every moment, and your money counts. See your local Chevy dealer now.
My dad. Drunk all the time.
My wife.
Cocaine. My best friend. My grandma.
My brother-in-law.
Little brother. My sister.
My son.
Had a drug problem.
Had a drinking problem.
Substance abuse treatment is a family matter. Learn how to help someone you know and support funding for treatment. Contact Project Lift at 1-800-492-0618, a program of the United Way of Central Maryland.
Treatment works.
WBAL TV 11 News, live, local, late-breaking news coverage. That's who we are. That's our promise to you. WBAL TV 11 News.
I've been with him every day since he was born. I always knew my first day back would be the hardest. Okay, buddy. You're gonna be fine. When Mommy gets home, we're going to Friendly's.
Come home to Friendly's and our new super melts, like our 4-cheese bacon and tomato, or our grilled chicken topped with bacon, mushrooms, and Swiss. Now try any of Friendly's legendary super melts and get a hot fudge sundae free.
Good first day, huh, Mom?
You and me and Friendly's.
He likes to dribble drive using a high post pick. There's the pass. Puts it up. Yes! Holy mackerel, what a game!
Equipped with Performance Shift Automatic and Power Interior Package, GM owners and lessees can lease a new 2003 Grand Am SC Special Edition for around $199 a month. Call for details.
Is this March Madness or what?
See your local Pontiac dealer today.
Action News 11, we'll take you there. For all the times, the facts, the places, for all the people, all the places, for all you do for me, for you. Action News 11, hello Baltimore, we'll take you there.
Now, at the time that promo was airing, what year was it about?
About 1983.
Okay, and station was how old?
About 35 years old at that point.
And so how long had you been here?
30 years.
Whew. Respectfully speaking, are you ever going to retire?
Retire?
Yeah.
Heck no, I like reading this teleprompter. This is real easy. Yep, TV technology has advanced amazingly. We've gone from film to videotape to satellites feeding digital servers, and now, of course, high-definition television. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Let's take you on a tour. Here's Donna Hamilton.
Stand by. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Now, this is the studio. You've seen the news set many times on television, but you might not have seen these guys. These are our robotic cameras that occasionally have minds of their own. And this is the newsroom. All the producers are clustered here, busily working on newscasts for 5, 5:30, 6, 11, all the shows. And I can tell you the work here goes on literally around the clock, 24 hours a day. Everybody say hi. Come on. Wait, there you go. But it's not just reporters and producers here. It's the people at the assignment desk and the photographers out on the street. And tucked away in those little rooms are videotape editors. And this is Marcia Bell, our head editor. She's in what we call the hot seat because they do lots and lots and lots of editing here. In fact, this looks very medical.
Like your stuff.
My stuff for tonight, probably,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay. Well, I don't want to interrupt you then. Keep it work. And this is the video library. Let's say that you needed a specific piece of video from a specific story, say a gambling raid in 1989. You'd come here to these really heavy things and go through them until you find the tape that you need. Actually, it's always at the back, isn't it? And here it is, 89002. Found your video. And of course, we have stories come to us from all over the world via satellite, and this is the room where they come into. As a matter of fact, there's Beverly Kirk from NBC waiting to do a live shot. She doesn't look very happy, does she? Anyway, this is Charles Strobel, and Charles, how does all of this work back here?
Rubber bands and magic.
Okay, this is the sales floor up here, and you can tell there's really nobody here. They're either out at lunch, taking a long lunch break, I might add, or let's see, surely there's somebody here at work. Look, work hard at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, hard. Just stay at it. This is another sales executive, George Butterfield, probably making a huge mega $1 million deal on the telephone. Let's listen in.
That's one large pizza with extra cheese and pepperoni. That's it. Thanks.
And this is the traffic department. Nope, not cars and trucks. These people coordinate all the commercials with all the programming. It's the station's crossroads. That's why we call it traffic. And while we're talking about things running smoothly, we could not do it without the guys in office services and the folks in accounting. Payroll, petty cash, debits, and credits. Speaking of which, here's a bill you don't ever want to get. This is our controller, and I wanted to ask you, Ellie, how much is our electric bill here every month?
Well, like you said, it's one you don't ever want to pay. It runs between $28,000 and $36,000 a month.
Is that because we never turn off the lights?
No, that's because we never turn off the tower.
Okay. Now it's on to the art department. These are the people who create all the graphics. It's all very high-tech, using a computer they call a paint box. So what are you guys doing in here?
We are editing.
Editing, of course. You've seen all the work that comes out of here. It's the station's promotion department.
WBAL TV 11 News, live, local, late breaking.
Shh, this is one of the executive offices. They're always working really hard. Except today. So here we are at Master Control. This is kind of the nerve center for the entire station. So whatever you see on your TV, it came through here. This is Terry O'Brien, who is the boss of Master Control. And you know for a fact I've never been in here, don't you?
Yeah.
So tell me what you actually do here.
This is where the last point of origin for all the video and audio that goes out from the station that we broadcast.
Look at all these buttons.
Well, this is only the switcher where we select our video and audio components, but we also have several different computers that we use for video sources to switch between.
So basically you get paid to watch TV here, is what I'm seeing.
Well, I get paid to watch and make sure that we're putting the right thing on the air at the right time. Yeah.
Thank you, Terry.
You're welcome.
And from here, our signal goes out the back door and up the tower, way up the tower. 1,000 feet tall, built in 1959. The triangle on top has antennas for 3 television stations.
I've worked here over 50 years, and I've never been up in that tower, and that's just fine with me.
Where are they now?
Who can forget the dean of Baltimore sports, Vince Bagley? Since retirement, Vince spends his time perfecting his golf game and enjoying his grandchildren. And remember Vicki Mabry? Vicki started her reporting career right here on WBAL TV 11.
I can't believe it's been 10 years since I was a reporter there, and even though I've traveled the world and now get to sit in Mike Wallace's chair every week or so, I still make it back to Baltimore whenever I can. I see friends, check out all my old haunts, take the water taxi like a tourist now, and of course, continue my search for Baltimore's best crab cake. Baltimore, to me, is still like home. Happy 55th, WBAL.
That's where they are now.
You've never seen traffic like this. Traffic Pulse 11, coming soon.
So, how was Florida?
Nice.
A lot of pretty girls on the beach?
Yep.
Probably wearing bikinis, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty girls in bikinis.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by April 7th.
So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
So the guy says, it is high pile carpet. I am sorry.
It's no problem. It's just a good thing it didn't hit the floor. I'll be right back. All gone. What?
Oops. Chi-Chi's salsa. Good no matter what.
Best-selling sport utility vehicle, the Ford Explorer, is all in the details, and it appears Chevy forgot a few on Trailblazer. Details like an independent rear suspension for a smoother ride, a safety canopy system, and a third-row seat that folds flat. And, oh yeah, one more little detail that's not so little. $2,500 cash back or 0% financing. 0% saves you up to $111 a month. That's up to $5,300 in total savings. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Well, Mr. Russell, I got to give it to you. You did a really good job hosting the show.
You know, this feels pretty good. I could get used to this.
Oh, watch out. He's got a new career in mind,
Well, but no, there's not enough time. We're out of time. Good night, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Say good night, Mr. Russell.
Good night. I'm doing the 11 o'clock news.
You creep.
Welcome back. You know, I've always wanted to say that. Welcome back. You know, I've always wanted to say that.
That's more like
right. So how come my mouth is so dry? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Give us a big welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I always wanted to say that. Hey, piece of cake, huh?
The Hyundai Elantra, a comparison. More standard features than a Honda Civic LX, like front side impact airbags. All for over $2,400 less than the Civic LX. And only the Elantra is protected by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Looks like we have a winner. Test drive the Hyundai Elantra, nicely equipped for just $11,799 at your Hyundai dealer. Hurry in and get $1,500 cash back or 0% APR through March 31st.
There's a new look of dazzling.
It's the luckiest town in America, and it's closer than you think. The dazzling and spacious new Slot City at Charlestown Races and Slots. With over 2,700 sizzling slots, shopping, dining, year-round thoroughbred horse racing, and the new Charlestown Fair Food Court, all just a short drive away. A message from Charlestown Races and Slots, Eastern Gateway Group, and West Virginia. Wild and wonderful.
It just doesn't get any better than this.
Good morning.
I'm here to fix your heating and air.
Great, the basement's right over there.
Sure thing.
Thanks. Now, Billy, stay out of his way, okay?
Don't go down there, mister! There's a monster!
Yeah, that's where they hang out.
BGE home technicians are professionally trained to handle heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical needs, plus a few things you might not expect.
Ah, surprise!
Gotcha. Let's get him in the truck.
Not the truck! Anything but the truck!
Making your home more comfortable. BGE Home.
If you could have a voice-activated satellite-linked navigation system, surrounded by a spacious leather-trimmed interior, where you can stretch out and enjoy a dual-zone automatic climate control system, and appreciate the acceleration of a 240-horsepower V6 engine, and if you could have it all in a Honda Accord, why wouldn't you? The all-new 2003 Accord EX V6 from Honda.
The mother of all bombs, the Pentagon tests its powerful new weapon. Details at 11.
Night, 3 bachelors.
I'm going to take the other 2 guys out of the equation.
And 1 girl.
It was instant, attraction.